What's up, you guys? We are currently in the town of Reedley, California. I'm on my way up to the town of Sanger to be picking up a load there at a place I've been to before called Kings River Packing. I think that's what it's called. Something along that line. It's currently the 22nd of May, almost 11:45 at night. I have two pickups actually on this load. First one's going to be there at Kings River, and second one will be in the town of Exeter. Exeter I actually went right through on the way up here. Not the way I really intended to go, but there was a traffic delay, I believe, for construction on Highway 99. The way I really wanted to go was 99 from Bakersfield up to Kingsbury or Kingsburg, whatever that town is called. And then I was going to go east just a hair, like just a block or so on Highway 201 there at Kingsbury, and then head north on Academy Boulevard straight up through the town of Sanger. And that would have got me onto the street that I need to get onto. Now, by the way, this place I'm passing right here on the right side, I've actually picked up from here before. Reedley Packing, whatever, I think that's what it's called. Alright, yeah, I'm on South Avenue, I guess. But I'm trying to take the more as direct route as I can. So what I ended up doing is, because of the traffic delays that I was expecting, somewhere in between Bakersfield and Tulare, I decided to go ahead and take Highway 65 up from right there on the north end of Bakersfield and take that all the way up into actually Exeter. Then ended up going across Highway 198 over into the city of Visalia. Went right through downtown Visalia. Took Highway 63 north from there, and ended up having to get on 201 west because 63 north of 201 is not a good truck route, or not truck legal as far as I know. There was a sign, there's actually a sign on 63 just south of 201 west saying truck route, basically turn left onto 201 and then show to continue north. So, and even looking on the map, I questioned whether it was a good truck route. Now, because it was going to end up going up into, hitting on, I think Highway 180, I think it is, up at Squaw Valley. Squaw Valley, I want to say there's a ski resort over there. I can't remember for sure, though. Squaw Valley is, basically off Highway 180, directly east of Fresno. And my current shipper is going to be just a little bit north of 180, not by far. I'm just going to end up getting on to 180 in the town of Minkler. Then I head west on 180 there in Centerville. And take one of the streets up there onto that street that my shipper is going to be on. Alright, so let's talk about how we ended up going from the load that I was previously under that was going to Los Angeles. I think I picked that one up in Creekstone Farms in Arkansas City, Kansas. Alright, so I made that delivery. I intended to do video on that one, but for some reason I didn't have all of the video files I needed. I was missing some key parts. I don't know why it happened, but it's like it was recording, and then it skipped to a spot where I'm already off the freeway and already talking in the middle of my footage that I was recording. And I think there was some other little issue. I can't remember for sure, but I ended up deciding to just scrap the whole footage because I don't know how to. I didn't really want to start it with just interior only and nothing else to show until it lines up with where I'm already on a surface street. So, like I said, I just went ahead and scrapped it. And after I got done with that delivery, went home and I ended up dropping that trailer in the drop yard. And bobtailed back to my house, but I did tell my DM and I was okay with doing the local work the next day, and before I did the concert. Before I went to the concert in LA, which was last night. And I ended up getting a local area load from our weekend planner coming out of our San Bernardino drop yard that delivered at the Ralph's Distribution Center in Compton, California. A lot of drivers hate that place. It's not that big a deal. You have to get the guy in the door, because I ended up getting a 400 series door, which is by the wall of shame, as they call it. And when you do back in that row, you have to get the driver in the door to your left to pull out and out of the way so you can get into your door, because if they don't do that, you're not getting in, pretty much. So, and I hated to do it. I had to wake the guy up to my left, but he had no problems disconnecting. Actually, I think he was already disconnected. He was just parked underneath his trailer and ready to go already. So he just went ahead and pulled out of the way. I got in there, and I ended up doing the same for the driver to my right when he was ready to leave. And that door ended up not getting occupied again until right when I was about ready to pull out anyway. So it wasn't too bad. It wasn't exactly the quickest delivery I've ever made there. It wasn't. I don't know. I'd say it was really bad though. Usually about 2 hours. I kind of expected to take. Had a lot of customers, and I think it was somewhere around a little bit over, maybe just a hair over 2 hours past my appointment time when I got out of there. Alright, I am coming up on Highway 180 pretty soon here. Got a Cedar Valley Winery right here to my right. And I can see a traffic light up here after the right curve. I'm going to be turning left there onto 180. And it's maybe only a couple miles down the road. And we'll be turning right onto another street to get us onto the street that the shipper is on. Alright, so after I did that Compton delivery, I contemplated I pondered whether to take my empty trailer back to the drop yard and just drop it there, or just hold on to it, since I was only really going to be home long enough to do what amounted to a 34-hour reset. And all I was at the house for 39 hours. So not a hell of a lot more than a 34. And I also I considered whether to just keep the trailer with me just in case I was going to get a pre-plan for a load up in this direction. And what do you know, I guessed right on that one. I kept the trailer with me. And turned out I got this load, and that prevented me from having to bobtail back to our San Bernardino yard to grab an empty and have more miles to deadhead as well, since I already had the trailer at home with me, so it worked out great. Alright, I think it was I remember it was Academy Boulevard that I would normally come up, but let's see, I got a couple more streets up here I'm going to be turning right on. That'll get me into this little town of Elk, or a little unincorporated area, I guess I would call it. I don't know if they'd even call it a town, because like I'm just looking on Google Maps, and like you can go into my area, and there are areas, there are parts that you'll see on Google Maps, like that are identified on the map as well, it's kind of a town, but if you ask anybody in my area about it, they would probably not have any clue about it. Like Lugo, that's supposedly a little town area. Well, that's just an area we call Oak Hills. And then on the map, on Google Maps, it shows Oak Hills is to the west of 395, when in reality it's on both sides, or actually on 15 to 395, whatever. So I don't know how much the locals here know about this. Like, do they call it elk, or they just call it something else? Who knows? Right after I got this right curve, and then a left curve, and then right after the left curve might be a street right there I can turn on. Good truck route? I don't know. Looks like a pretty good wide road, so yeah, we should be alright. Now we'll take this straight up. Trimmer Springs Road. This road dead ends, we're going to turn right, and that'll be the street that my shipper will be on. Gotta be a little bit careful over that curve, because I didn't want to get my tandems caught up on that guardrail there. Yeah, this has got to be a truck route right here, because the orange groves, or whatever the hell these are to my right. Can't tell. Alright, so that lineage facility in LA that I first delivered to, not too bad there. Actually had a straight back setup there. Even if, that's because there were no drop containers in front of the door that I got assigned to. Some other doors actually had drop containers across the way and didn't have enough room for a straight back. But there was still plenty of room there. That customer was actually not too bad overall. They had free coffee, even though I don't drink coffee and I didn't have any interest in it. But they also have donuts there, free donuts there for drivers. Right here, this street is the street that my shipper is going to be on. Just got to go a few miles up here. Road will curve off to the left. And when it's going northbound is the area where my shipper will be. they're not a 24-hour facility, but they do have parking there. You are allowed to park overnight on their property, so that will be my plan, is to get there and just camp out and then be ready to pick up in the morning. I don't have an appointment time set for this pickup that I know of. My load assignment says 0000 for the time on the 23rd. 0000 means that's really a placeholder. I mean, it's not an actual appointment time. That's actually a placeholder to tell the planner that the appointment still needs to be scheduled. So I don't know what time I'm actually going to be picking up this load, but I figured, at least get on site, get parked, get a 10-hour break going, and then I can run a full shift straight from here. I do still have another pickup I have to go to after this one, so there will be that issue. And because of where it's picking up from, I'll probably end up taking the same route down that I took up, or in that ballpark. What is this no truck sign? Oh, no trucks over whatever tons on this Trainer Springs Road that I just passed. I did have an issue with that Lineage delivery though, and that was when I went to check in. Turned out they wanted some kind of a confirmation, not a confirmation, but a PO number that I did not have. I had a PO number, but it wasn't the kind that they were looking for. They wanted something with some Juliet Tango and then 6-digit and then letter B, whatever, or alpha, or some kind of letter. Mine happened to be a B. I didn't have that. JCT didn't have it either, and I had to wait for about an hour for that issue to get resolved before I could actually get checked in. So that kind of sucked, but it is what it is. I ended up getting a load delivered at least. Alright, on a different note, I did say that I had a concert I went to last night. That was in LA at the Wiltern. Wiltern would be over on the, I guess I would call it the west side of LA, west side of downtown. Right at the corner of Western and Wilshire Boulevard. Wilshire Boulevard actually goes right through Beverly Hills and over across to the we call the LA Garment District, I believe. But yeah, the concert I went to, that was a Nightwish concert. A lot of you guys are probably not familiar with them, but I know a good number of you guys who watch me regularly are familiar with them because of my channel, or a few of you, Nick R. Giles and a handful of others might have already been familiar with them before finding getting to know me. So yeah, I had a good time there. I had might as well leave that on. Yeah, I had one other band opening for them, and that was Beast in Black. Beast in Black is mostly like a Finnish group, but then the lead singer is from Greece, and one of the other guys is from Hungary. But they were actually really good. I was familiar with them before, mainly because of YouTube. Here is my shipper coming right up here on the right. I'm going to go past, and then I can see a JCT truck parked right here sideways. not gated, is it? I guess it is, yeah. Alright, I don't see any, yeah, they got cones up here. I don't remember them doing that before, so I'm going to have to park right here in front of this, that's Colisco or whoever that is right back there. I don't recognize that logo, but yeah, I don't know what the story is here. I don't remember, because last time I came here, which was quite a while back, it was we were actually allowed to park right there in the parking lot. I don't want to get too close to this guy, but alright. Strange. Why they wonder, I'm curious to know why they do that now, but maybe because of other drivers trashing their lot or something, who knows. Alright, so yeah, Beast in Black, if you're not familiar with them, you can definitely catch the Judas Priest influence when the singer is singing. And that guy's got some range too. Between them and Nightwish, actually, my wife ended up liking Beast in Black's performance better, or their music more. Yeah, it was just more up her alley, and they were good. Yeah, and this was the last, and that was the last performance of their tour that both Beast in Black and Nightwish were doing. Yeah, I mean, I had a good time. It was kind of a small venue. I mean, a lot smaller than I would have expected for Nightwish, but it was also a treat because I wasn't really a bad seat in the house. We ended up getting tickets in the loge, which is upstairs on the balcony, basically, or whatever. Straight ahead, like, you know, if I look straight ahead right toward the stage, I was like right in front of where the lead singers were singing from, and it was a really good view, as long as the drunk girls in the front row of the loge weren't constantly getting in my way. Yeah, these women, they kept going back and forth between their seats and either the bar or the restroom, whatever, and every time they do that, they'd end up getting in the way, and I ended up, I had a few, I think it was 4 songs that I ended up recording, you know, videotaping. I could have done more of them, but, like, you know, I only have so much space on my phone for doing that, for one, not to mention I don't want to keep holding my hand up recording every damn song they do throughout. You know, I figured I'd just get a few of them, whatever. Had really good footage there, as long as those girls and, you know, there was also a guy in the row right behind him who was also getting drunk. Yeah, as long as they weren't constantly in the way. Wasn't, you know, I had a really good view. I was very happy there. Enjoyed the show. I don't know. Alright, so anyway, that was my fun home time thing there. And of course I got moving again because I got a truck to pay off. Down to less than, I think I'm a little over, not too much more than $5,000 left on the truck now, but I'm way in the hole now for the maintenance account because of the work that got done in, you know, just last month. You know, not like I was already down a fair amount, but I'm gonna get the truck paid off, and then I'll start gangbanging payments on the maintenance account, get it paid down as quickly as I can, and hopefully end up taking the title to the truck by the end of the year, before the end of the year if all goes well. But, you know, fingers crossed. All right, I don't want to have too much to make this go on for too long, so I'm gonna go ahead and you know, cut to the chase and do the. You know, press on with this when it's time to check in the morning, okay? So hang tight for that. Alright guys, we are ready to dock in finally. It is just before 1700 local time. Had a 1500 appointment time set up. I checked in at right at 1400, but they said they were waiting on my product to show up from another truck, so apparently we're good to go now. We're going to dock into door 1, which is the very first door here next to this red Freightliner. I already have my doors open, so it's just going to be a quick little straight back and fly right in. Perfect, but not far off. Angle is just a bit off there. Looks like we're good now, though. It is a hot day out here, but I know it wasn't going to take long at all to get in the door, so I wasn't worried about that. Some people might have a concern about having their trailer doors open longer than necessary, but I was already pretty cold and shouldn't heat up too much between when I open the doors and getting in the door, or getting in the dock door, whatever. Okay, and apparently I forgot to turn my four-ways on. Oops, shame on the mess. Alright, yeah, there's another JCT driver over here, a few doors over. I was talking to him briefly earlier. He's going to the Aldi DC in Denton, Texas. I'm going to the Aldi DC in Royal Palm Beach, but whether I make it all the way there before swapping off, I don't know. We'll find out. They do have a scale here if you are getting a full truckload. I have another stop to make from here, so I won't be using that scale, but just in case, if you need to use a scale, they have one here. It is $15 to use it. So, I mean, it's at least convenient, even if it's not a cat scale. Alright, that said, I'm going to go ahead and we'll press on to when we're docking out here. Alright guys, we're already done here. I was barely even in the door for a few minutes. They put 3 pallets in so fast that I was expecting to have more, but my light was already green before I even had a chance to get back up here to the front seat. I thought there was something not right here. And the guy over here in door 3 comes up and asks me, "Hey, you already done unloading?" And said, "Yeah, I don't know. It's I told him I felt them go in my trailer, but they only went in there like it seemed like once or twice. So it couldn't have been much that they put in there at all." Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and get a load lock in, doors closed, and we'll get out of here. Let me get my departure call sent and we'll head out of here. Alright, so all they did was put in 3 pallets, very tall pallets of kiwis. And we're we're gonna head down to Exeter for the other pickup. Probably do a separate video for that. I don't know. See, this didn't take very long. I don't think on the video footage, and yeah, that was fine. So the next one will probably be shorter since there won't be a hell of a lot to talk about. I don't think, because there's already what there was to talk about. It's already been talked about in this video. So, and I don't think this video is going to take very long. From here, I'm going to just go down to Academy Avenue and take Academy all the way down to Kingsburg, and then take 201 over to the east from there. And, or actually, no, I don't know, see what the traffic conditions are like. I might get on 99 South there and then take 198 across from Visalia. Or I might just go, go down the same way I came up. But I'll figure it out as I get down there a little further. It depends on how traffic on Highway 99 is going to look and all that. So we'll see. I'll start a new video somewhere around the way. I would guess around Visalia or somewhere in that ballpark. How I get to Visalia is the question mark, though. So we'll start probably from in that general area on that video and see how things go on that pickup. So, all right, I'm gonna go ahead and call this particular video a day, and we'll see you guys in Exeter. All right, thanks. You guys all have a great day. See you next time.